Namaste everyone. Welcome to PSSM Book Club Swadhyaya Challenge. Today, April 15, 2025. First of all, I would like to convey gratitude to all the Gurus, Paramagurus, and Immortal Guru, Lord Hanuman, for giving us this wonderful wisdom and allowing us to share. I would like to this Immortal Talks. Today we are Arun is talking about Immortal Talks. So now it is available in both 1 and 2 as a single book in Amazon. So I highly recommend everyone to hold this book and connect with Hanuman's consciousness and read. Each time it's not just one time read. Each time if we read, if we understand multi-dimensional of ourselves, our own selves, our own parallel versions, multiple aspects of our own self. So each story represents like it's not a stories, but we can um, relate our own things. So I highly encourage everyone to read this book. And with this, a heartful welcome to Maitre Buddha of PSSM USA and Hanuman of Atma Pyramid. Heartful welcome to Arun. Please take over.
Thank you so much. You're every time you are elevating me with yeah, different names. I don't know what to say, Sirisha ma'am. Thank you so much for everything. They are not the names that you are giving me. You are giving me some huge responsibilities for each and every time whenever you call. So uh, I don't know, like if I can do anything of those names per point, not 1%, then my life would have. Um, yeah, I'll definitely work for that. At least give my best to live it up. Thank you so much for this opportunity to PSSM USA, PMCUSA, and Sirisha, and to all the Parama Gurus and all the masters who helped me to get this state. Thank you for everything. So yeah, today first of all, I would like to thank one my fellow master who is actually doing the same reading of Immortal Talks in one of the other channel in Telugu. So I would like to thank her as well for sharing the knowledge, sharing the stories, sharing the book knowledge of Immortal Talks, the wisdom. So today, my narration would be definitely different because I just do not want the book translation to happen just like that. I want everyone, the viewer, to read this book. Um, I would look at this with the current way of looking at the book knowledge, as well as the way we see it, the way we wanted to implement that in our life, and also like how we can actually make ourselves get up to the speed of what is telling in the Immortal Talks book. So first of all, we need to understand that these parallel realities or multi-dimensional beings, they're all not some different or magical words or something like some different what do you call, something like only higher consciousness people get all these things and we do not understand these since we are not into that level. No, don't think anything as such, because everyone in this life, in this beautiful way of beings, we all have these things, friends. We all have parallel realities. We are all multidimensional beings by default. Don't think like multidimensional being is a state that we never attain that state until we do a lot of sadhana and all that stuff. No, don't think like that. Everyone. Because the moment, if you are understanding that you are getting dreams, you are a multidimensional being. The moment you are able to portray your dreams to your friends, or you understand and then you take the decisions based on those dreams or something like you're kind of like jealous kind of thing in in your dream, or oh, I got these things into my dream, now I have to think like this. Yes, if you ever feel all these things, or you took any changes in your daily life based on the dreams, then your parallel realities are working. Then you are actually taking the knowledge from your parallel reality and shifting yourself into the current life. So all these changes, friends, those dreams are not something that are to be ignored. They are to be they are helping you to make changes in your current life, in the daily life. So just think like that. And also all those dreams or whatever you think of, it is you who are actually living it in some other different astral world. It could be some mental worlds, it could be some emotional worlds, it could be some different galaxies, it could be something else in the astral world, in the astral travel. Just think of all these things are parallel realities. Within one dream, you can actually create a one different life in the astral world. And in the astral world, inside the dream of the astral world, you can actually create another life. And those lives are the speck of one of the consciousness of yours that is creating that life. So please try to understand that those are not to be ignored, but they are helping you in some or the other way. Please try to share your dreams to your friends and family, whoever your closed ones, and see what is the wisdom that you gained through the dream and how it is impacting your life. Some people drive through the dreams, some astral masters are there to help you that, hey, this is what I wanted to teach you today. You are uh, getting this knowledge through the dream now. Please allow yourself to learn something from this. There are high number of uh, people who are here to help you to gain some knowledge through your dream. Okay, with this base concept, we will learn Immortal Talks today. Now let's dive into Immortal Talks that was given by Shonya, who do not want to mention his name, but we somehow got his name. Hanudas is the one who actually wrote these books, who actually went physically into that um, the kingdom of Hanuman's very own um, people, the tribal people. They are all called Matangs. That is actually in a highly wooded forest. That's where all these people, all these divine people of Matangs live. The story happens revolves around these people and their conversations and their lives and their parallel realities and their multidimensional efforts to understand, to gain the wisdom at various situations and various scenarios happened in their life. All these things we are going to discuss as we move on through this book. This session happens in every week, and every week I wanted to narrate only one part of the entire chapter so that you understand the essence of it rather a story of it. So let's now try to go and explore what is the best thing that we can take from the chapter 1. The chapter 1, what happens is they are all, the Matangs are all highly wisdom people, highly spiritual, highly meditative people with lot of Atmajnana, lot of wisdom, lot of spiritual science. They understand as a basic thing in their life. They never fight with anything. They understand the essence behind it. If there someone argues, They understand like what is the reason, why are they arguing. They are understanding any discussion, then what is it that they need to learn through these things. If something happened in their life, then they'll try to go and analyze what exactly this is helping me to understand what. Why did I create these kind of situations? See, like that is how their level of understanding in their life, the essence of life, they are thoroughly very good at understanding the essence of life. So in those lives, one day what happens is there is a woman called Sucheta and Vicheta. They both are having a discussion or a debate that their kid, Chitta, who's a younger kid, I mean, he's just a toddler, and he's actually living with Vicheta instead of Sucheta. But the thing that they all know, the Matangs know, that Sucheta is his mother. But Chitta want to stay with Vicheta. And Vicheta is seeing Chitta as her son. They both are actually at a confused state, like who is the mother of this baby, Chitta, and who is actually trying to corner the other one. And for this whole Matang's community, there is one Baba who is actually head, who is actually kind of a local lead or president of that particular community, who actually takes decisions, who actually kind of handles all these things in that community. Now, this person came into the picture and he tries to see, like, pacify the people, as he know that they are all well versed people, they are all multidimensional people, but still why are they having these kind of silly debates or discussions? Why is this Chitta is behaving in this weird way of staying with other mom rather his own mom, as they all know? But Vichita is for sure know that it is her baby, while the entire community knows that Sucheta is her mother. With this given situation, even Baba doesn't know like what to do and how to respond. So he wanted to take the help of his grandmasters, his grand parents, his ancestors. So he wanted to take all these people to that mountains where he actually get the grandmaster's wisdom or his ancestors' wisdom. That's where they always go when they do not find a solution with their level of understanding. Then he suggests everyone, look, even I don't know like why this kind of situation is happening. And also for every 40 years, the grandmaster of their community, they believe is Hanuman, the grandmaster who actually guides with his divine presence for every 40 years. And they think that this is again that year where Hanuman um, is the one who's going to come here for every 40 years. So maybe because of the again Mandala year came, that's the reason like we are kind of having these kind of challenges within us to evolve ourselves into a different state, to the higher state, the next state. So that's the reason we were not able to solve these kind of issues. Otherwise, they are very well versed and they all know everything, but still, um, yeah, 41 years. Thanks, Sirisha. So 41 years. They still don't understand why this is happening. So they wanted to go and reach out to those mountains and see like if they can find a solution for that. So as soon as they understand this thing, they started going. So then Sucheta told that Sucheta want to come, Vicheta also want to come, and also along with the baby. So with these four, they started heading towards those mountains. And then they started going to that mountain. They reached to the mountain, and they started finding um, some ropes to tie to get to that peak of the mountain. So as soon as they try to tie the rope uh, to the top of the mountain, the cliff, it is not actually trying to get into the cliff, and they are not able to hang tight of that rope. So they tried couple of times. They are still trying, but they are not able to find it. And soon after, they're done with it, and they kind of like whether they can climb that mountain without a cliff or something. They just again went into the puzzle. Soon after these things happened, what happened is there is another rope that they found just beside it, and they thought like this might be the alternative solution temporarily that we have. So let us all try to see like how tight this is. The other rope, the alternative, the wooded area, they found like something like wood, or whatever, the rope that they found, the natural one. So they thought like this is something very soft, and they kind of like try to hang and see how much weight that it can sustain. And they thought like this could be a good one. Let's try to go with this alternative way, the temporary one that we just found now as a solution. They started climbing through that one. Since their rope isn't working, the cliffhanger isn't working. So soon after they started using that alternative solution, they reached to the top of the mountain, to the peak. And then they wanted to know the beginning of where exactly this rope is actually started, like from which tree it is actually coming, that is helping us to get onto the mountain. So soon after they try to see the starting of the rope, which helped them to get onto the top, they found the great master, the grand master, the divine master, the immortal, the one who's actually striving everyone in their lives in his own presence, with his divine presence, elevating all of us to reach our goal, to get our solutions. The Hanuman, who is the one who is helping them to get to their peak, to find their solution, to understand the essence of the problem, and to provide the reasons why they are into this situation. Soon after seeing him, they went into the state of bliss. And that's when they started understanding that, oh, he is here. That's the reason we are not able to find the solution by ourselves. The great master came by himself to provide the solution. And they did not even tell anything about the problem, but he knows everything. He is here. So they started explaining the problem to the grandmaster, and that's when they understand that there is some issue with the kid and to the parents. So what happened? Then soon after all these situations happened, Master Hanuman started seeing Chitta and to these people. Then Chitta, in a different state, made everyone taken into a different consciousness where all the people like Baba and Vicheta, Sucheta can understand his language. Actually, Grandmaster Hanuman uh, made everyone to a different consciousness where they can understand Chitta's language. So Chitta started speaking, and the people around him are understanding what he's saying. So now the narration goes to Chitta's level, the level of Hanuman consciousness, actually. That's when you can understand everything and every reality and every reason why we are here, every reason why we changed things like this from different realities. You can actually gain the knowledge from different consciousness. He actually opened doors for everyone to understand, to go into the loops and understand things. So that is when Chitta started saying that back in those days, like he's talking about one of the reality where he's an old man, old sadhu, who is in some desert land where he wanted to go and find some water for someone in a tree, some old area, old hut kind of thing. That's when he was alone and he's just walking and he was really tired and he's kind of like having some dryness on his mouth and he's very much very much in need of water. He's very thirsty. That's when he went to one home and asking, going only to ask some water so that he can get rid of his starvation and all that things. Like he's really starving and he wanted to have some water. So he went and tapped onto the door and went inside. They welcomed him, but the people who welcomed him into their hut are already much more starving than him. They are having a very poor life. The people who invited him are already having nothing in their home. All that they have is the Hanuman photo in their home and the father who's actually the owner of the home, the who actually have to earn the bread and butter for the family is in the bed. Sorry, I think mother is in the death bed and the kid, right? Like kid is having some uh, markings on her hand that she's actually trying to uh, cook something and she felt something on her hands and these are like markings, the burns and the family, the parents, everyone is in a different situation where they cannot afford anything, but they still wanted to help this guy. And after seeing all of this kind of poor, like in the state of like their livelihood itself is in question. Seeing after he forgot everything and his starvation, whatever he's feeling, right? Oh God, even these people cannot afford anything. How can they give something to me to get my life going? I cannot take anything of the starvation of their life, anything of this kind of drought conditions that they had. So he himself went into a state where he cannot survive anymore. He cannot take anything anymore into his life. So he fell unconscious after seeing these situations. Although like he cannot give anything and also he cannot take anything from them, doesn't have any questions anymore on him, on his side. So he fell unconscious. Oh God, like that. So the Mata, like mother of the home, she poured some water on him and she wanted to wake up the guy who fell unconscious. The great sadhu, the sage who's in his elder state. Soon after he wake up, the entire dimension, entire reality of that home got changed. He went to the same star as he starved. He went again to the home. He again saw inside. This time there are still burns on the child, but the father and mother, they are very much in a rich state. They are very much in a position to offer anything, who actually ask anything to them after coming to their home. So whoever visit their home, they are in a position to offer anything. They are very much rich, but still the baby has some burns on their hand. Suddenly seeing all these changes within one single reality, what happened to the sage is completely spellbound. He doesn't understand like what happened. The previous moment I saw the same people in the same home with the same kid, but in a different position, where the father is in a deathbed and mother is actually um in so like they were in utter sorrow. They do not have anything to offer. But now if I see them, they are in a different reality. They are much well versed than anything else. They can offer anything. Oh gosh, how does it happen? He started asking the questions to them. I saw you just before. You were really poor. The guy who's there, who's actually on his deathbed, who's actually having full of health issues, and you are just serving him. And the baby is having burns because she is actually cooking something and she felt something on her hands. He's saying all these things, whatever he actually saw just before that. They were on utter shock. Why is this sage telling all these things to us? We are in a perfect position. We are actually having a one simple happy life with us, with whatever we have. We are super rich. Why are we actually in a position of the things that he's telling? Is he telling our future? Is he actually cursing us by telling all these things? Did we do any wrong? Why are you actually cursing us with all these things? Please help us, sage. Oh, Sadhu, why are you telling all these things? We are really good. We do not have anything as such as you are saying. Are you telling our future? Then the Sadhu, the sage, the old man, old monk, he doesn't understand. Okay, there is something fishy. I even kind of in a puzzled state now. I do not know what should I say. He again went to unconscious state. Now the Hanuman, the divine person who is trying to guide him, he step into the situation and asked the sage with some perceptions on the life. Hey Sadhu, this is how it is. You can actually choose any reality you want. These realities can be switched just like that, in whatever the way you see, in whatever the way you want. Which one do you want to choose? You want to choose their life in a sorrow way where they can learn and fight for each and everything, and they have equal learnings by being rich. Which one do you want to choose for these people, for this family. Can you help? Then sadhu is not interested in any of these things. He's kind of looking at these things like a pure maya, a pure illusion. Now that he understands that all the life that he has seen previously, both in a sorrow state or in a rich state or some happy state, they both are true illusions. Oh Master, I do not want to get into the state of illusion by picking any of these things. I do not want to go into these illusions. I want to get out of this illusion, get out of this maya. What is the best thing that I can do to understand this maya and attain a state of enlightenment for myself? I want to choose enlightenment beyond all these illusions. What is the best way of getting an enlightenment from these states? This is what I wanted to quote. You want to get enlightened. That is a state that any sadhu can afford. Then the Grand Master Hanuman gave some 6 different realities, 6 or 7 different realities, saying that yes, you can actually get enlightenment by picking any of these realities. Now in the state of chitta, is telling that you can actually go and live your life as Sucheta as your mother for your life and leave Vicheta alone, because that's how you wanted to create the reality. That's how your physical birth happened. Or the one, the loving one, Vicheta, who is actually taking care of you in every way possible with more love, with more affection, and she loves you very well. She dedicated her life to you as Chitta. You want to take that as a reality? Or the third one, you burn to Sucheta and live with Vicheta. Or you burn with Sucheta and live with Vicheta. So there are 6, 7 different realities that he has given. We do not want to go into all those things, but you understand that he has given like all those 6 or 7 options to him. And in those realities, in those options, he picked the toughest one by taking birth to one master, one mother, and living with other one, so that he will have some difficulty there. He wanted to understand the illusion. He wanted to get the highest possible state where he wanted to understand the illusion of this reality, where he always have a challenge. Every time when you feel a challenge, that means that is one step forward towards your enlightenment. That's when you think of enlightenment. Otherwise, you fell for this maya. Whenever you have all the happiness in your life, you fell for that maya and you want to live that, because that is giving a lot of happiness to you. You want to live that complete maya just because you are happy. So the situations that we create for all those sorrows or these challenges or the physical imbalances in your life or the mental imbalances, you create for yourself just because you wanted to get rid of the illusion to attain the state of enlightenment. So the great sadhu also picked the same thing. He wanted to have the highest challenge possible in these realities. That is, taking birth for someone and living with someone. And having lived with someone, the other one who's actually craving to be with you, both of them. Then Hanuman gave that portal to him. So each and every option is actually a portal where he can live. So he allowed him to the highest challenge possible in one of the portal, and that's when he chose that portal. That's where he chose and then created this reality of being Sucheta as his mother, and taking Sucheta as his the other mother where he is living. So because of this reality, I chose, you are actually having this reality, Baba, this reality, O mother, Sucheta and Vicheta, is what is conveyed by the master Chitta, the baby soul, the baby person, not the soul, but the baby. Is a super soul. All the souls are always pure and are always in higher state. But in physical, they could be babies, they could be some young adults or the adults. So after knowing these things, the Baba, the leader of the community, understand the essence. Oh gosh, is this why the reality become like that? Oh Lord Hanuman, you give so much of positivity, so much of uh, the consciousness, your consciousness helped us find our reality, find a solution of why this happened. And then Sucheta and Vicheta agreed to be like that in a state of challenge. They agreed upon that this is how the reality is going to be going forward. So they allowed, they agreed, and they found a solution. And everyone felt happy with the given situations. And then Hanuman left it to them to live this choice of Master Chitta, since it is his own choice to live like that, to become enlightened. So that's how we also chose our lives to be in a position, we all ourselves put in a position in the highest possible challenge situation. We never get these kind of situations again, because we already crossed many milestones in our soul plan. Now this is our learning. The same thing happened with us too. Just like how Chitta chose his life to realize the illusion, we also chose our life to be like this, with these challenges. Every master, every grandmaster here, they chose their highest possible challenges in this life to attain their own state of enlightenment. Please try to understand this. This is very, very, very important for us to understand our choice before we took birth. And also, each and every state of meditation, you actually touch up yourself into those parallel realities and make changes and come here. Each and every meditation, you feel bliss, you feel something happened, you feel something changed. Each and every meditative state, I'm pretty sure that you are touching your parallel reality and changing the reality in the current life. That's the reason, like, every time you do meditation, you change a little bit of behavior, little bit of mental changes, so that you take better decisions this time. With each and every meditation, you are improving your life. With each and every dream that is helping you is actually changing your future life. Each and every time, the state of emptiness or to the divine portals that you open without your knowledge is actually changing your future. The one that you designed when you took birth is completely different now with hundreds of meditations that you have done so far. You are changing every time. But the only thing is, since we are in the state of illusion of this Maya, we do not understand our choices. We do not consider them as a choice, but you take the life as granted. That's the reason you forget everything what happens when you took the choices. But with meditation, with awareness, with highly awakened state within yourself, you can actually know that this is your choice. This is what you want to live. This is what you want to really improve in this level. Oh, friends, whoever listening to this one, please try to understand that this is our life. Whatever happened in the life of Chitta is happening with us too. We are also having challenges at our own level. The challenges that I am facing as Arun could be different from the challenges that you are facing. Everyone has their own set, their own state. The highest possible thing, highest challenge that you ever faced in your soul plan is now, is happening now in this current life. With every pyramid master I know, they do not took any kind of normal birth. Anyone who is here, they had a different life. They had a different soul plan before birth. But each and every meditation, with each and every dream that they have, they are opening a new portal and they are living in it. But they don't understand. They forget, but they do not want to be watchful or ignore that it is their choice. They changed the reality to improve themselves. It is just like a cricket match. They'll pick some players and play. If that doesn't work, if they out at the first over, you pick a different game plan. If they out in the second over, they'll have a different plan. If the first wicket fell in 10th over, then they'll have a different plan. If the first wicket fell in 40th over, then the strategy, the game plan, the way they play would be different, right? In the same way, we always have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan Z. All those plans, based on that, we change our realities, we play accordingly. So this is our life. Try to understand. Please make yourself take the highest possible challenge for yourself and accept. Acceptance is the key. Only with your acceptance, you can actually cross that challenge. So these all about Sucheta and Vicheta story. So soon after they are done, they come out of that mountain and Hanuman disappears from there and they think that This is a time that I need to tell to all my community friends that Hanumanji came and he helped us solve the solution of Sucheta and Vicheta. He wanted to tell all this information to the community people. He took the child as Chitta and Sucheta and Vicheta and came to the community. And even the names of the story, right? Sucheta and Vicheta, Chitta, they are all us if you go by the names. Chitta is the soul. Sucheta is the consciousness. Vicheta is our altered consciousness. So which consciousness that we need to choose? The conscious mind or the subconscious mind? Whom do we want to live? Do you want to drive yourself with the conscious mind or you want to drive yourself with the subconscious mind? Subconscious mind has more power, more love, more joy, but we don't know. We are not consciously living that. The conscious mind is less, but we always be conscious of our living. We all drive our thoughts, our emotions, our living mostly on the conscious mind side. So which one do you want to choose? Do you want to go through the intuition that doesn't have any logic? Or you want to go with the logical mind, which is limited, but that is how the logic works. You want to live with Vicheta or Sucheta? So every time, think about all these things when you take any choices. You want to be with Vicheta or Sucheta. Think about all these choices in your life. The subconscious mind is super mind within us. It doesn't have logic. It only carries some emotion. If you follow that subconscious mind, definitely things will be taken care. But there is no logic to it. There is no logical end. But the logic mind is always have a logic, the physical logic. Sometimes it may work, it may not work. But if you choose that logical mind, you will be having some limited knowledge. With the limited knowledge, you need to be very cautious. And your learnings are also limited. But if you choose subconscious mind as your superpower or your intuitiveness, intuition power as your superpower and take decisions on based on that, you will definitely have new learnings. That is the doorway to evolve yourself to the higher state, to the expanded state. Your consciousness is always expanding. The expansion occurs with lot of friction. The more you give freedom to your subconscious mind, the more friction it happens in your conscious mind with the logic. The more friction it happens in your life, the more expansion you can do in your life. Let the friction happens. Let the challenges come to our life. Let the expansion happens in our soul. With this, I wanted to conclude for today. And thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my wisdom blended with the first chapter of Immortal Talks given by Shunya, the Master Shunya, and also the Lord Hanuman. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arun. While you are narrating, so much of energy, I feel so like Hanuman was there with you. Yeah, wonderful. Um, Dineshji, you want to talk? Or you want to share anything? You want to ask anything? Or we can conclude.
Thanks.
Namaskaram. Atmavandanam.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was beautiful story. Okay. Suchita, Vichita, and Chitta. Yeah, I like it. Yes.
Thanks, sir. So please try to read the book, sir.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Thank you, sir. I just gave some essence. I might be missing some of the things here and there because I read this book like almost 5, 6 years back. It was back in 2019. So I'm just trying to just get all that information, and also I will go through the book again to not miss any of the major stuff.
Definitely. It is PDF is available in
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I think a PDF is available. I will share. I think if you have Sirisha's number, I can share to her.
Okay.
She can share to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, okay, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll share in the New Jersey group, sir. I have.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
And in Amazon also we can have one book. The now combined 1 and 2 as a one book available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Arun.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Yeah.
actually, I wanted to ask from Deepthi from India. So when I heard her book club and Immortal Talks in PMC Telugu, I wanted to contact her for a long time, but somehow it's not moving. Again, she started. So before me, Nirmala Makam madam, she started, but she said Patriji gave him message to start. She also don't know about the Deepthi. She was inquiring with everyone. Finally, she found her number. So, but somehow for me, I got an intuition to bring this and the masters from here, US, they channel. But in your last time when you were mentioning about Atlanta Pyramid, you mentioned about Immortal Talks, like you got strong connection with Hanuman. So then I thought of asking you. So immediately you accepted. Thank you. Thank you so much.
When Sirisha ma'am asking something means definitely we have to do.
No,
There
no,
is
no,
no
it's not
question
like
of going back from there.
no, it's not like I always follow my strong intuition. So I don't have vision, but I get intuition from masters or whatever, my higher self. So I follow my intuition. That's it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Arun. I'll meet you next week.
Yeah, sure.
I encourage everyone to read the books by holding the books, at least few important books. Hold the book, connect with the author consciousness and the Lord. Like this wisdom came from Hanuman, Shunya. Everything came from the nothingness. So highest wisdom. Hold the book, connect with the author consciousness and Hanuman consciousness. Meditate and read. Then we'll understand the inner essence of it. That's how I read the books. I travel through the books. That's why my consciousness is evolving. We are not take it as a stories kind of things, just like how you explained, right? That's the way we need to read these books. That how we evolve. So yeah, thank you.